gotta tell you this. We ran out of money to build this facility. John Lipman is a man I didn't even know. A total stranger. I was lacking $200,000. I saw him at the Yolanda, what is it called when the ministers meet? The Black clergy meeting. And I just looked up at this stranger and I said, I need $200,000. And he looked at me. And do you know that he sold Apple stock and gave us the money that we needed to get in this building? So I had to ask him to come forward because you and your wife, they have discovered a way that women can get help with fibroid disease without surgery. That's right, put your hands together. If you're a female, you know what that means. Would you greet us briefly, please?
Thank you so much. Well, a friend of mine asked me to present at the Steeple Awards here in Atlanta a few years ago, and this recognizes great gospel artists. And there was a song sung by Dottie Peoples, and I'm sure you know the song. It's called On Time God. And I truly believe in divine timing. Everything in your life arrives at exactly the right time. Because I remember many years ago when I applied to my residency program, I actually made a mistake and applied to the wrong program initially, and that mistake actually led me to my beautiful wife of 33 years who's here today as well. In January of last year, as Ms. Omwami mentioned, I received an email invitation to the Concerned Black Clergy meeting at Vickers Community Center in Cascade. I was familiar with the meeting, and I had even spoken there a couple of times, but it had been a while, and I guess I was on their email list, and they invited me to come to the weekly meeting. For some reason I was inspired to attend this particular meeting. I hadn't been there in a long time, but at the time I really didn't know why. And I remember talking to one of the elders on the phone, inquiring about the meeting, and he said, you don't have to be a member of the clergy to attend. You don't even have to be black. You just have to be concerned. So, okay, I arrived right before the meeting, and it was a pretty full house, and I looked around, and there was one seat left, so I sat down. You see the pattern here. I introduced myself to the other members of the table, and sitting right next to me was Ms. Omwami and her husband, Afimo, and he happened to be the guest speaker at this particular meeting, and he spoke about the work of Hosea Williams. He told of Hosea's life of service, his legacy of his work carried on by his daughter Elizabeth and Afimo, an amazing team of people who not only provided essential food and supplies to the most vulnerable in our community, but also vital human services. And he spoke of putting your hands in the dirt and not only providing food, but a hand up to self-sufficiency. He also stated their desire to move into this new building, which they acquired, but they couldn't finish due to a lack of funding and construction overruns. The new facility would significantly increase the number of people that they could serve. He said that despite the best efforts with the city council and others, they were still roughly $180,000 short. There were some private donors, but they felt they could only come up with about a half of this. And so I knew at that moment, God put me at this particular meeting. I had the privilege of knowing Hosea toward the end of his life. I knew of his work and how vital it was for our community. And importantly, I knew I could do something about it. I offered the Omwalamis that if they could secure the $80,000 from private donors, I would come up with the rest. And as she mentioned, I sold stock. I was very fortunate to have Apple stock early in life, and so I benefited greatly from that. And as a physician for the past 30 years here in Atlanta, I feel very privileged to have helped change the lives of thousands of women who have entrusted me with their care. Our team has ended a lot of suffering and restored them to a normal life, and some of these women even had children when no one else thought that would even be possible. It's very powerful. But having the financial power to help others is also powerful. And I feel a sense of obligation to do my part when I can and where I can. And what better place than here? Thank you, Elizabeth and Afimo, everyone at Hosea Helps for allowing me to come and speak. Continue your great work. It's needed now more than ever. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Dr. Lipman has helped so many women here in Atlanta, including myself, so I want to show appreciation for that as well.